Hello everyone, my name is Devdakshan Kumar Patel and today I am going to solve question number 1480 from LeetCode, that is running sum of 1D array. So in this question we are given an array of integer and we need to define a running sum of an array. So the running sum of array means we have to find the sum from the 0th index to the ith index will be the running sum of index I. So if we look at the given example, you can see that we are given an array 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if we just quickly do some dry run, the first element would be the sum from index 0 to 0. So which means it will be the index 0, that is 1. And then the second element at index 1 should be the sum from index 0 to index 1, which means 1 plus 2. Now at the third index, we would have the sum of elements from index 0 to index 3, which means 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now the last element would be the sum from first element to the last element. So the last element would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So after all this calculation, we would get this array and we need to return this as a result. If you look at the second example, we have got the array 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So the first element would be the same as it is. The second element would be the sum of first and second. The third element would be the sum of first 3. Fourth element would be sum of first 4. Fifth element would be sum of first 5. Similarly, at the third example, using the same formula, we need to find the running sum of this array and return that array. Now let's move towards the solution of this question. So first of all, we are going to need the length of this array num. So we are going to need nums.size to get the length of this array. Now we are going to need a variable sum which is going to store the first element of the array. This is because the running sum of the first element would be the first element itself. So we do not need to change anything in it. Now we are going to run a for loop from 1 to length. We are running the loop from 1 because we already have the element at 0th index, because as you can see the first element would the running sum of the first element would be the first element itself. So we are going to run this for loop, and now first of all we are going to increment the next value to the sum variable. Now we are just going to edit the value in the nums array with sums. Now this will replace the element at that index with the running sum of that index. Now once this for loop is over, we can return the same nums array which has now been edited such that each of its index has the running sum of the elements from 0 to that index. Now if we check the test cases given here, as you can see we have passed all our test cases. Now just to be sure, we are going to add our own test cases. Now let's just run the solution yet again. As you can see, we have passed this test case also. So now let's submit the solution. So as you can see, the solution was accepted and its runtime was 0 ms. So this was it from my side. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.